This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Philly Joe and Vicki, 6:11. It's Tuesday already, Joe.
Yeah, it's the last day of March already.
I
This
can't
year
believe it.
is like,
Where
wow,
did it go?
3 months in already.
Not that I'm complaining.
April Fool's Day tomorrow, April 1st, happens to be 92 One City's 48th birthday.
You guys better not pull any pranks.
I feel like April Fool's Day is not as big as it used to be.
Agreed.
Like, people are just joked out. You don't believe anything. You smell it fast when there's a little bit of a prank.
I guess in a world where we got the internet full of, I don't know, do you believe this? Do you believe that? It kind of sucks the fun out of the day.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with. I'm not a big prank person. What about you guys?
Not me,
No.
no. I
You
don't.
usually get big companies that'll do something video-wise to try and go viral every once in a
Yeah.
while, but that's about it.
That's where you'll see it. You're exactly right. And the newspapers will chuck something in there, like a fake story that's so outrageous that there's no way you can. There's no way you're actually gonna get fooled. But you're right, Joe. Some big company will go viral over some.
I feel like
prank.
Cards Against Humanity always does something kind of funny. Didn't they sell like a box of legitimate bull crap?
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
That's funny though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're pretty good at that stuff.
I think the whole fake news deal from a few years ago probably killed off some of those pranks too, like as
for
far
sure.
as social
I bet,
media goes.
yeah. But we can't miss the fact that you can also say it's Tuesday already this week, Joe.
It's Tuesday
That's
already.
big. Yeah,
Short
this is
week
one
for
of
a
those
lot of
weeks.
people.
He loves saying it's Tuesday already, and
Yeah.
this week, with it being a short work week for a lot of people,
Yeah.
it definitely qualifies. as
Rings
that.
true.
Yeah, not only Toodat. We don't really celebrate Toodat anymore either, do we?
No,
Can we still?
well, yeah, sure. It doesn't go away, I guess.
2 days ago
A lot
Tuesday?
of people, yeah. If you'd like, send us your picture from Sundays. I'm always interested. It's a lazy day.
It
A
is.
lot of
Yeah, it's not
times,
a
so
typical picture-taking day, is it?
Still a lot of ice fishing going on out there. I know quite a few people were out there fishing on the weekend. Send me your pics.
Ice
you should see
fishing
these.
still?
Oh, yeah, man.
Holy
There's a
gosh.
few spots on some of those lakes that people
Okay,
are
good.
still
Good
using.
for them, yeah. Absolutely.
Make sure you're monitoring the warnings, though, because they're
Yeah.
starting to put a lot of warnings out about
Yeah.
ice conditions, so be
Yeah,
careful
I
out
had
there.
some buddies go out Sunday, actually, and I asked the same thing. But the person that asked the same thing, you can tell in the room, is the non-fisher
Oh,
person.
yeah.
Like the look I got was
Yeah,
like,
whatever,
listen,
I'll-
you idiot, what do you think? No, we're just going to go out there and take a chance. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
By the way, on the text line, my daughter's birthday is on April Fool's. She turns 2 tomorrow. Excited for future pranks with her.
Oh, gosh. This kid's going to grow up with anxiety.
No kidding.
Birthday anxiety.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Got something to say?
Okay, I'll say it.
Well, you should probably call the bone phone and let her rip.
It actually feels nice to finally say it out loud.
780-BONE.
Good morning, PJV. Got to throw this out there. Seems to be an epidemic lately. When the light turns yellow, that does not mean enter the intersection when it's a turning lane and the light is 100% red before you've actually even made it halfway through. You should eat a ticket for running a red light. People, just stop running red light.
I saw somebody going through a red light, like thinking they were going to catch the yellow and just blatantly go through a red light last week.
You see it?
It's crazy.
Yeah. I've seen the big gravel trucks and stuff like just plow through a red light, like a yellow, enter on a yellow to where it's red by the time they're halfway through it. It's, everybody should be following the same rules, but a big truck rumbling through there, that catches your attention.
Can't
That
move
just-
very fast.
Oh, man. Okay, stop lines.
The stop line is there for a purpose. It is so that you can so the lights know that you're there. When you overshoot the stop line, well, now the lights don't know you're there. Number two, any sort of large vehicle that's making the turn, goodbye front end. So if you'd like to keep the car in one piece and you'd like to move fairly efficiently through traffic, the stop line is going to help you. It's there for a reason.
We get a bunch of stop line calls.
Sometimes they're hard to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I do enjoy the bone phone calls we get when it's the people that have gone past the stop line and now they're not on the trigger point to get the light to change, and you're stuck there. And if you realize after the fact that you're the one, the people behind you are not happy.
Usually we get complaints about people who stop before the stop line.
Yes,
We've gotten that too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Covering all areas.
Guilty. We got to set something up with him. He's got some hats for us.
Boom! Shakalaka. Hey, listen, we got to do the drop-off. I got to bring these things by before the end of the week and get them the hell out of my suitcase.
Now he's getting annoyed.
To carry on wearing those 5 hats all at once was pretty comical. I should have got a picture. No, I didn't do that. But okay, so we're going to be all styling. Philly, you're going to look sexy at the Strongman. And let's do it. I'll come by Thursday morning, drop them off. I'll throw them on each of your hoods of your cars or whatever the has to happen. Let's do it.
Was that a problem for you last year? How much sexiness you provided at the strongman competition in Gimli? Because he said he's going to make you look sexy this year at the competition with the hat. Was that something you were missing last year?
No, I'm surrounded by massive men who work out 6 days a week and can put a car on their back. I am not what anybody's looking at the strongman competition.
I will say this: his wife is probably sitting there going, "Can we put the suitcases away till next winter?"
Yeah.
Nope, I still got the hats in them.
I like how he's trying to arrange it through the bone phone too. Like, you can text us and we can make arrangements.
Joe,
I love it.
You chat with him off air, right? So we'll let Joe set that up.
All right.
And bring him by with the hats.
Can't
Thanks,
wait.
Guilty. Loud guy and public bathrooms, a complaint.
Hello, PJ and V. It's the loud guy, and I got a beef today. A bone to pick. Drives me absolutely freaking bananas. Going to Tim Hortons or McDonald's or whatever, grab yourself a coffee or a snack. You might even want a bathroom break. So you go into the washroom and you go in the stall or whatever, and some guy got to do it every time. I don't know what his problem is, but why do you have to pee all over the seat? Like, there's something wrong with you, man. You need help. You need somebody to talk to? Give the loud guy a call. Maybe I can talk you off the ledge. Like, quit doing that, you weirdo.
I assume it's kids. A lot of kids use the public bathrooms.
Oh, okay.
I assume an adult isn't standing there peeing all over the seat. Maybe I assume too much.
You would think that you'd be embarrassed if you got some on the seat and you'd wipe it off at least. But no.
I would.
I'd like to believe what you're saying, Phil, but I got to tell you, you get to the odd sporting event.
Right.
It's just, yeah.
Well, at least they can blame alcohol in those cases. But in a Tim Hortons?
Yeah, what's your excuse?
Jeez. Yeah. Just hopped up on coffee, jittery.
Good name. All right, Crazy Corey. It's a big day, man.
Hey, 92. It's Crazy Corey. Anyways, so here it goes. I've been off work for 3 months because I had carpal tunnel surgery on my hand. Oh. And tomorrow is my first day back. And I need a serious adrenaline shot. Could you please play Kickstart My Heart by The Crew to get our engines running and celebrate my return? I need you to crank it up for my whole team at the hotel. Please, Crazy Corey's back at work. Woo! Thank you so much. Have an awesome day, everybody. It's Tuesday, and be happy.
They went to one concert last week. She must have been doing the rock and roll devil horns with just the other hand.
That's right, yeah.
The other one's not ready to roll.
Kind of hard
just
to do
yet.
with the left. You have to think about it more.
Yeah.
Unless you're left-handed
That's
like this
true.
guy,
Like you.
it's no problem.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
the southpaw in the room.
That's right.
Is it hard to do with your right hand then?
Maybe. I didn't
You have
really
to think
put
about it? Yeah.
I think I pull it off.
The Philly Joe and Vicki Podcast.
Here's what's trending
with Philly Joe and Vicki.
So Reddit banned Paul McCartney for posting his own concert photos. He did a couple of shows in L.A.
What?
Yeah. He did a couple of shows in L.A. this past weekend, and it was one of those phone-free experiences. So I guess they did the thing where they'll take your phone and put it in a little lockable pocket.
Yes.
when you come in. So the account is you/Paul McCartney. They posted on the Paul McCartney subreddit saying, I hope you enjoyed the show at Fonda Theater last night. As last night was a phone-free experience, we wanted to make sure that you had some memories from the show to share with your family, friends, and loved ones. So kind of a good compromise, I suppose.
I like that.
They'll release the photos after the fact so you can just enjoy the concert. Well, Reddit deleted it a few hours after it was posted and then banned his account. It looks like it's been restored again, but people are thinking that maybe the Dropbox link flagged something in their system, or maybe the fact that the account hadn't posted anything in 5 years. Something like that.
How about one of his handlers saying, hey, at this point in your life, here's your chance to make it big.
Yeah.
We got to get you on Reddit again.
We need more Reddit posts.
And in Reddit's defense, there are a lot of fake accounts on
Totally.
Reddit, right? People who post garbage, and half the time it's the worst when you know the person, like you feel like you do,
right?
And you figured it out.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're being careful, but it's so funny that they banned Paul McCartney.
Sure. And I don't think they have like a verified system on there, so anyone could do that, I suppose. And people have been calling Kyle Connor from the Jets KFC for a while now. Kyle effing Connor.
Yeah.
And up until now, it was something that KFC, the restaurant, was running with, especially during the whiteout parties. Last year, they had those white bucket hats. But now the two have teamed up for a limited edition partnership. They just released a commercial. Have you seen the commercial yet?
Yes.
I haven't watched it. It's on our Facebook page,
very
though, right?
It's on our
Yeah.
Facebook page, our Instagram stories. Kyle Connor strutting around in the Colonel's signature suit. He doesn't say any lines or whatever, which, like hockey players, maybe it's best that they don't act sometimes, you know.
You know what's funny is the boots. You got to check out. They're like the 80s snakeskin style cowboy boot.
Yes.
It's like unbelievable. Yeah.
It's a good look. I think they're maybe getting at this a little earlier because there's a chance the Jets won't make the playoffs, so they're kind of hedging their bets. Because usually they jump on this during playoff season, but
yes.
that might be where this is coming from. I don't know, but check it out. It's on our socials.
It's great stuff. That is Scrollin.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
You know what I like about some of the videos you do with us, Vicki, is it challenges us, it broadens our horizons, it makes us think, are we able to do something that maybe we haven't done in years? And it brings me to yesterday's skip challenge that we did. You can see it on our socials. It's fantastic.
Had you heard of this before I brought it up?
No.
Okay.
No, had not, and knew
Does
it
that
would
surprise you?
would be a challenge. As I mentioned, the only skip I'm related to is skip the dishes at this point in my life.
Yeah.
But if I could just say, I don't mind looking like a fool in this video because I've never felt that embarrassed in a long time as far as my effort or ability, I guess.
It was a struggle.
I put in the effort. It was quite the struggle.
Yeah.
It was more of a leap for me than it was a skip. And the only reason I found that out is because when I did get home yesterday, my wife, who's off on spring break, spent about an hour teaching, still on spring break, me about how to skip.
Really?
And
You got your own
love it.
personal tutoring on
I
it.
said,
Christy's the best.
do I really need this at this point in my life? I'm 60 years of age. When am I going to skip? There's not going to be another skip challenge in my life.
Well,
Do you want me to film another video of you skipping properly?
Wait, that's
No.
where I was
Redemption?
going. That's where I was going to
No.
go with this. Do you want a second try, Joe? Your wife helped you yesterday after work. Maybe you should get it. Because, look, some of these things like that yesterday, how long? It's probably been 25, 30, 40 years since you skipped.
So I don't think I ever have, Phil.
So maybe you
Can
get
I
a
just
second
give
chance.
a sum up of what this is, just in case somebody hasn't seen it?
Go ahead.
So
Back
the
up.
skip
Yeah.
challenge is basically like skipping is something that maybe you do in like elementary school gym class or something like that, but it's not usually something you do in your adult life. So it's seeing if people still know how to do it, and it does take a bit of coordination to get your feet moving in the right pace and everything like that. So if you go online, there are so many funny videos of people trying and failing.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Joe. A lot of people can't. There's comments on our socials from men and women saying, are mostly women saying, I tried to get my husband to do this and he couldn't do it either.
Yeah.
So you're not alone.
No, well, my wife, after about the second attempt to teach, I just went and made a sandwich. I skipped out.
But you know what the thing is about this is like you'll never see a video of somebody trying to skip or skipping without a huge smile on their face. There is something kind of joyful about it.
It was fun.
And even if you weren't getting the exact rhythm of what skipping is supposed to be, is there anything more joyful than what you were doing down that hallway?
I'll tell you what, I was very proud of my friend, and he went first.
Yeah,
Phil.
and
I applauded.
Phil had kind of a different way of doing it. It was kind of like a side to side. He was kind of crossing his legs over and over, and it was a more stylized.
It was
skip
a hell of a
than
performance. If this was like America's Got Talent or Canada's Got Talent, I would have scored you high.
Yeah.
I might have missed my calling. Is that what you're
as
trying
a skipper.
to say?
As a skipper.
Go check it out on the socials.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
You're getting some support, Joe, on the Boston Pizza text line from PJV Nation, people backing you up on the skip challenge and your struggles with it, and people basically saying it's a rhythm. If you haven't done it in a long time and you didn't, because you didn't practice. Vicki didn't let us practice. It was like roll camera, go.
Yeah.
And you had to, hearken back to your childhood and try to remember what a skip feels like.
Yeah. My brain was telling my body something completely different when it actually happened. And then I thought about it and I said, the only skip I'm used to is skip the dishes. And I'm not even really good at that on the app, to be honest. When you think
sometimes Phil does help you with it.
Yeah. Gotta take the phone off Joe and help him with it. It's this skipping
It was
thing.
a lot of fun, though. I love that Vicki brings these challenges to us. We had a few laughs doing it.
We sure did.
For sure. Somebody else is bringing up, I think they think we're talking about jump rope, but we're not. But is that the next challenge?
No.
Double Dutch?
I can't skip rope. Never been able to do that one.
I think I could pull it off, but it's exhausting. Like
Yeah,
I would have to train for that first, because like the race of the century where I went out and ran once before I ran. I would have to skip rope a little bit first just to get my conditioning up. That's one of the hardest exercises you can do, jump rope right there.
It looks so easy, but it does exhaust you. I think any kind of jumping after the age of 30, let's say, is way more taxing than you expect it to be.
I couldn't do it as a kid, skip rope. I just didn't have the coordination to get it going. And that one and hula hooping. I'm not doing either one of those.
Hula hoop, I've tried a hula hoop challenge. I couldn't do that.
No.
Yeah, it's all about rhythm.
Yeah,
Again,
like moving your hips like that, like no
those
chance.
Those hips did lie.
Yeah. But did you go to school with like kids that would, like two girls would hold the jump rope and people would jump in? Do you know?
I was in like a jump rope club.
So that
in
was
school.
That was
Jump
part
for
of
life. Yeah.
Like I can hold a rope. Most of us can do that and figure that out. But that rhythm when two people are holding the rope and
double dutch.
Is that what that's called?
There's double dutch. There's the egg beater. Yeah.
That's amazing when you get two people going at the same time.
Yeah.
That's incredible to me. And
Yeah,
you
for
could
sure.
do that?
I could do that. I can jump in it. I can't do fancy moves. Like sometimes you see people who can do they're like breakdancing in the double dutch, and that's way above my pay grade, but I can jump within the ropes.
And what a way to train on cement.
Yeah.
Like sidewalk.
Well, that might be a future video. You and I moving you and I moving
working
the
the ropes.
You're holding one end, I'm holding the other.
I think we can do
and
that.
And Vicky's jumping in there. Come on.
I don't think I have any jump ropes anymore, but we could maybe pick some up.
Oh, we'll find some, Vicky. We'll find some.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears.
The completely useless question.
The completely useless question.
Useless with a capital Y.
So useless.
Brought to you by Midtown Ford.
Lots of great comments about the whole air fryer debate. We'll get back into that after 8 o'clock. Of course, Don Calis, AEW local fame, in studio this morning as well, Joe.
Yep, the head of the Don Calis family. I don't know how he came up with that name for his group, but yeah.
What should we know about him? I don't know anything about him.
Joe and him they're good friends, and when they get going at each other, it's fair. You and I don't have to do anything. We can
perfect.
During that interview, we can go get coffee.
Is he a manager or is he a wrestler?
Former wrestler, now manager, and he's in charge of his own family. The Don Calis family's got a bunch of... I don't know who he's coming in with. He wouldn't tell me. Called me yesterday to complain about something. And I said, so what do you want me to do for you? And he goes, I hate this town. I live in this town. I hate this town. So
he sounds like a heel.
Yeah, he's a heel.
That's the terminology, right?
Big time.
He's a heel, and I wish he was acting, but he's really a heel. 9:10ish, he'll be in here with us, AEW in town tomorrow night. Today, though, Deep Purple tickets. They go on sale Thursday, and there is a pre-sale tomorrow with Live Nation and the...
Pulse is the code word there, yeah. Pulse.
Tomorrow.
Good stuff. Joe has the question if you want to win Deep Purple tickets before you can buy them.
You bet. Here we go. Just had to scroll. Almost 60% of employees say you should never do this at work with them.
This is employers?
Employees.
Employees.
Yeah, good call. Almost 60% of employees say you should never do this at work with them.
780 City, 780 2484. Go ahead with your guess.
Based on how dry the conversation gets, I'm going to say talk about my kids.
Yeah.
Is that what?
Yeah. 60% of employees say you should never brag about your kids to them. They're like done with that. Like, oh my God, here he
Phil.
comes.
Jeez. Yeah, they're so good at hockey.
Actually,
Enough.
You're actually really good at not.
Yeah, that's true.
And you got great kids, but yeah. Wow, way to go, man.
Holy smokes.
People are done hearing about it. What's your name?
Can you tell I'm used to people not wanting to talk about my kids?
Yeah,
You come from experience.
But it doesn't stop you. What's your name?
Dorian.
Dorian, congratulations, man. You're going to Deep Purple.
That's awesome.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
I want to play this call for you. It came in on the bone phone, Vicki. We did not get to it during the bone phone. I kind of wanted to isolate it because Vicki is a noted member of the Anti-Air Fryer League of Canada. I just invented that on the fly.
It's an organization I started. Yeah.
It's the AAF, Anti-Air Fryer L, I guess, league. Could be a football league.
Yeah,
sounds
the
like
AAFL.
But you're standing your ground on this. You don't have the counter space. Is it just a counter space thing, or is it? Yeah, it's mostly a counter space thing.
I don't doubt that they are effective and great and good for a lot of things. I just don't need another gadget in my house, and I can make my way with the ones I already have.
Have you thought of putting it somewhere else other than on the counter? Like maybe you could put it in your bedroom. Like I love my air fryer so much. I've thought of putting one right in the bedroom.
You cuddle with it in bed.
Yeah, sure. Right in the
Well,
dresser.
I don't know if you have to have it right in the bed. That might I have the nightstand works.
Okay, yeah.
There's one extra plug next to the CPAP machine.
And then you can open the drawer in the morning and cook your bacon, like Michael Scott and his, what was that, Foreman Grill?
Oh, man.
Oh, in the office?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite episodes.
Okay.
Bacon. Wow.
That is, you might be onto something. But I want to play this call because maybe this caller has a great point. Maybe you're just not looking at it the right way, Vicki.
Hey, guys. So I was just listening to you talking about air fryers, and Vicki adamantly saying that she does not want to get an air fryer on principle.
Well, counter space.
And it got me thinking that an air fryer to cooking is like Nickelback to music. So hear me out. So anybody who really enjoys cooking and does it well and knows technique and all that other bullshit knows that an air fryer is kind of a shortcut and it's kind of a cheap way of doing things. But then, like, nobody wants to admit that even though they hate Nickelback on principle, we all know they have some really good bangers that we all know the words to, and it's kind of like our dirty little secret. So basically, Vicki, if you want to go get an air fryer, it's okay. I hate Nickelback, but as embarrassing as it is to admit, I will sing along to a few songs. So there you go. That's what I got for you. Have a good day, guys.
For sure.
You're a singer, too.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with it?
You can sing while you air fry.
Come on, Vicki. Nickelback, the air fryers of the rock industry.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Chris, Boston Pizza text line. This came in before 8 o'clock. You can get an air fryer with your ovens now. So the air fryer is part of your range?
Somebody else said you can get one with a microwave. That's like a microwave air fryer. That's pretty cool.
How big would your microwave have to be to include an air fryer on it? Like, is it attached? Or
I guess it's just a different function within the microwave.
I don't want
that could be.
It's got to be separate. But people,
Why?
I don't know. I just don't trust that it'll be as good as my Ninja.
I'll tell you why. Because it'll drive you crazy to have to give up more counter space for a third item. And that's why Phil's pushing the buttons.
Mm-hmm. The counter space is the main issue for Vicki and an air fryer. That's why we're getting these suggestions. And then one person suggesting, can we please get a toaster oven versus air fryer battle?
Ooh.
For Throwdown Thursday?
It's true. People swear by toaster ovens. Like people who grew up with a toaster oven, because I feel like you either did or you didn't. But people who did swear by it. I never did, so I can't speak to it.
My dad still has one. I don't know if he ever uses it anymore, but I remember growing up with one. Made great sandwiches.
That's what I really enjoyed about a toaster oven is the open face sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like the cheese melts all over it. It's like out of a restaurant. So this is it would be an interesting battle. I'm going to have to think about this one, and that's the good news. It's not till Thursday.
Right.
But we also had an air fryer on the counter, and that's counter space as well. Sorry, we also had a toaster oven growing up on the counter. So I have significant experience.
You can speak to both.
I can speak to both.
Okay.
Right.
It'd be interesting to find out where you fell.
Now, in your household, you had a
Never.
toaster oven?
Nope. I've never had either.
Okay. So should we get, how are you going to sample these? Are you able to make an opinion?
You know what? I do have an opinion already
don't give
on
it up
it.
yet.
I won't give it up.
No, not till Throwdown. I can't wait for Thursday.
We're going to tease that all week.
Oh, gosh. People are just chit-chatting about it at the water cooler. Everyone's
Somebody just
awaiting
throw their
this
toaster
debate.
oven at the wall in frustration.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
AEW Dynamite and Collision in Town Canada Life Center tomorrow night. Our next guest, I could introduce him, but I wouldn't do it justice. Joe Aiello, take it away.
I met this guy in 1987. Big anniversary for us next year, boy.
Wow.
Can't wait.
I will say this. I'll give him his due. In 2025, the Wrestling Observer named him Best Non-Wrestler. Pro Wrestling Illustrated named my old buddy, the Don Calis family, as Faction of the Year. He is the Don of the Don Calis family.
Don.
That's not bad.
Welcome back.
You still got it.
Former Canadian wrestling champion,
Five
too,
times.
at one time.
Wow.
Five times.
5 times.
That's how we met.
Lettered in 5 sports at Kelvin High School, but hey, who's counting?
Grew up on the mean streets.
Of Tuxedo.
A tuxedo,
Yeah,
and he
it's
made
rough.
it out alive.
Is this man sitting in front of you, Don, the best wrestling interviewer you have ever encountered? The one, the only Joe Aiello?
Lie.
He's certainly top 200.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
There's a lot
I
of,
wanted to crack the top
there's a lot
200.
of wrestling commentators
You've
out
been
there.
interviewed by that many. Listen, it is a homecoming for you of sorts, and you seem to be quite annoyed. Is it because of ticket requests? Is it the weather? What's on your mind?
Literally, from I was on the plane coming here. I had to fly commercial, which is a whole other story. And I got people going, hey, you're Don Callis. Hey, here's the show. Are there still tickets available? Can you get me tickets? I'm like, jump off your wallet. Typical Winnipegger. I go to the airport.
Yeah.
I had 3 different people. I come in here. One of the producers asked to borrow $20 from me. I mean, what am I, a bank? Just because I'm successful? It's ridiculous.
You're looking good.
I land here. You know, Prince had a line. And he had a song called "Sometimes It Snows in April." In Winnipeg, it always snows in April. This place, whenever I come back to it, I just get depressed. I honestly do.
You got a great tan going?
I live in Miami, Florida, which is a much better place to live.
Yeah.
And everyone, it's so funny because you know the deal, but like most people, they'll go like, hey, you must be so happy to be back here. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
You left it in the dust.
And they don't like to hear it because they're going, geez, I live here. Winnipeggers are very defensive about Winnipeg.
That's right. We can complain, but you can't complain.
Even though it's a complete disaster. So there you go.
But listen, another famous Winnipegger is one of the headliners tomorrow night, Kenny Omega, and the two of you started together.
Let's be clear.
Kenny
Omega
There's beef here.
is a degenerate scumbag, but here's the thing. You say he's from Winnipeg. He's not. He grew up in Transcona. Transcona is barely a real place. Transcona is not part of Winnipeg. So Kenny Omega grew up there, exactly where people like him belong. You know, Kenny Omega's family tree only had one branch. Did you know that?
No, but Phil's from Transcona.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
We're okay with that, Don.
I do want to mention this. One of the other biggest stars in wrestling today is your champion right now, MJF. Those two will have a contract signing at Canada Life Center tomorrow night, and Kenny's even wrestling, and who knows with MJF. But sometimes we get a chance to hear you on the mic as well tomorrow. Anything in the plans tomorrow night for some of your guys? Are you going to be...
I tried not to be even on this show because I didn't want to come back to Winnipeg. I don't know what they're going to have me do. Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be wonderful. I hope I get to address all the great Winnipeggers that are going to come out to the show and support professional wrestling. I think it's fantastic. MJF is a great champion, I think, and actually shot a movie here in Winnipeg.
Yes, he did.
MJF actually doesn't mind coming to Winnipeg, which just shows what a nice guy he is. So it's going to be a great show. Kenny Omega and Jack Perry and Brody King against the Demand. I mean, that's going to be a heck of a match. And I hope that the money that I got from MJF will be well spent, because I'm hoping we send Kenny Omega to one of our lovely emergency rooms here where he can wait 20 hours to be seen, because that's the experience I understand that you have here in Manitoba with the system. So, you know how long I wait to see my doctor, my longevity doctor in Miami, Florida? He's always early. So
okay, he gets there early.
That's
right.
Wow. That's right.
Wow, that's amazing.
I've been told I have the internal organs of a 26-year-old. Did you know that, Joe?
No, I didn't. Internal organs.
Clean living.
Tomorrow, there are some tickets still available as you mentioned,
WTix.com and Ticketmaster.ca. I did it for you.
You're going to have the Don Calis family, as many members as possible. You brought them all in on the commercial. Well, I know how much you like to spend money, so they all flew commercial too, didn't they?
I'm not responsible for people's travel, Joe. Let's just be clear. If only there was a good restaurant in town that I could take them for dinner. Ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
Yeah.
This is going to cost one of us in this room, and I know it's not you.
Don Calis, thanks
Good
for coming
to see
in.
you, man.
Yep.
Always a pleasure, guys. Thank you so much.
The Philly, Joe, and Vicki podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears. Here's what we learned today with Philly, Joe, and Vicki.
Busy morning of learning. Paul McCartney got his ass banned from Reddit. It's about time.
Yeah, he's been spouting off forever.
Yeah, it was a Scrollin story, and it seems like it's more confusion than anything with Reddit.
Well, who's going to believe that Paul McCartney's even on Reddit?
Yeah, his people, right?
Yeah,
it would
totally.
be his promo people. They put some photos of a concert up on Reddit.
Because it was a phone-free concert, so they thought, hey, we'll share some photos so that people can see it.
What was his handle? It wasn't like Sir Paul Mac or something, right? Like, might be him.
Mackie6, I think his name is.
Mac Daddy. Anyway. Kyle Connor and KFC have a commercial running.
Yeah, it's up on our socials if you want to check it out. People are getting a kick out of it.
Mm-hmm. As always, Kyle Connor forever linked to KFC. Joe,
nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely. The Big Crunch sandwich. Let's go. Never disappoints. Joe will never be confused with a professional skipper. And we're talking skipping, like not jump rope.
Yeah. Just like skipping, like galloping forward,
Yeah, and guess what? The skipping with the rope would be even worse off for me than the gallop skipping.
I'm going to buy some jump ropes, and, well, I volunteered to double dutch. I made you guys skip, so I'm going to do the other skip. But if you want to join in, then we'll see what happens.
Nowhere in my financial plan in my life, Vicki, when you came into it, did I think I'd have to up my life insurance.
Yeah, well.
Well, you were on the skip team in high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, elementary school.
Elementary school?
Yeah.
And all of this, of course, part of the Skip Challenge. And if you want to see the video, it's up at all our, like the Facebook page, Instagram. It's very funny, enjoyable. You'll get a good laugh. Show the whole office. Show everybody you know. That'll make Joe happy.
Oh, yeah.
60% of employees say you should stop talking about your kids at work.
Yeah, bragging about your kids at work. And this came from employees, as you said.
Is it bragging or just talking about them?
Well, I think in a lot of cases, the talking leads to a brag as far as other people would be concerned, right?
Yeah. Okay. And Nickelback is the air fryer of rock bands.
Yeah, that's right. According to one caller.
That came in on the bone phone, and she was basically because... So you do not own an air fryer, and we tease you that you're an anti-air fryer-ite, that you are don't want one. But mainly it comes down to counter space with you.
Yeah, I just don't have a space in my home for another gadget. But she was saying, I guess the idea is people look down on the air fryer, but they secretly love it, kind of like Nickelback.
Right, and they look down on it because it's a simple way out of actually cooking.
But I love a hack,
Yeah.
especially in the kitchen. So I'm not opposed to that. But she might be onto something with that.
We love it. Okay, that is what we learned today.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
For more Philly Joe and Vicky, lock it into 92.1 City, weekday morning 6 to 10.